Care Hospital licensed veterinary technician Hannah Miller joins us now. Hannah, thanks for being here today.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
With the nice weather, lots of people wanted to get out, especially with their dogs, and go to the dog park. We have some safety tips for people to keep in mind.
Yeah, we always recommend getting your dog out, getting them socialized, getting them out just so they can get their exercise in for the day. But there are some sort of tips and tricks to help keep them healthy and safe while they're at the dog park, if that's the route that you want to go. The main one that I wanted to touch on is making sure that your pets are up to date on their vaccinations that you would want them to have if they were going to go outside around other dogs.
And some are required for some dog parks.
Correct. Some of them are required for some dog parks, but a lot of dog parks, there's no restrictions, so you could have a dog in there that's never been vaccinated before, and that's why we want to make sure that you get your dogs vaccinated so that they're safe.
Yeah, and what are some of the vaccines? You know, rabies, parvo?
Yep, parvo is the big one that we want to touch on, especially for our younger puppies that we want to get socialized and outside. Parvovirus causes some acute gastrointestinal illness. Is really dangerous for those younger pups, and it can actually live in the soil for up to 9 years.
Wow.
So making sure that they're fully vaccinated for that, and even if they are a puppy and they've gone through those first couple of rounds, they're not fully vaccinated for that until a little bit after 16 weeks with that final booster.
Okay.
So maybe wait until your puppy's a little bit older to get them out into the dog park.
Yeah, I didn't know it lasted that long.
Yeah, parvo is one that's really hard to kill, even in shelter settings. The only cleaner that really helps to get rid of that is bleach.
Wow.
And then leptospirosis is another one that is becoming more of a core vaccination, especially here in the Cedar Rapids area, just because we've seen some cases of it recently. Leptospirosis is caused from the urine of wildlife. So any areas where you're walking your dog, where there's deer, anything like that, you want to make sure they're vaccinated for leptospirosis, especially because it can be transmitted to people as well.
Oh, keep yourself safe too.
Exactly. And then another one that I would touch up on is Bordetella, which is the kennel cough vaccination. However, keeping in mind that if you vaccinate your pet for kennel cough, they can still come back with a cough because the vaccine protects against the most common strains, but
kind of
not
like the
all
flu
of them.
shot. Yeah.
Exactly, like the flu shot.
And real quick about behavior, want to keep your dog healthy that way too.
Yeah, keeping your dog, making sure they're well trained, working on their recall. You call their name, they come back to you, and just keeping a mind out, watching the other pets and how they're interacting with yours, because you never know how they're going to react, and just making sure you're watching your dog at all times.
Right, always an animal at the end of the day, no matter how good trained we are. Yeah. All right, Hannah, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And stay with TV9, we'll be right back.